I work with angels and angel cards, and Graham works with spirits. So it was kind of like a nice match to do. So just want to welcome to anyone who's started watching us already. And whilst we're waiting for people to gear up, Graham, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a complete nutter.
Apart from that.
Oh, all right. But on a serious note, I'm a complete nutter. Um, I have become an intuitive medium because I got fed up of carrying things around with me to focus my energy and connection with spirit. 'Cause I'm lazy. I'm getting older, I'm lazy. So I found out instinctively and intuitively from what my body tells me by spirit activating that which is within me and memory, I'm able to pass on to other people the message. Like I'm a medical intuitive, so sometimes I get aches and pains. I'm no doctor, nothing medically trained, certified, or anything. But my body reacts to stimulation, my memory to stimulation from spirit, and I can say to the recipient who's in front of me on a phone, video, or whatever, it doesn't make any difference. I'm able to pass on what I'm picking up. And 9 times out of 10, spirit get involved, which is a higher vibration than being a psychic. Most people understand the term psychic. Well, we can all do that if you wish to, but not everybody's able to do mediumistic work, which is with spirit. But I'm one of the few from England over here that is a medium. And intuitively, I love helping people. It doesn't matter who you are. If I'm drawn to you, I'll connect. That's why I'm crazy.
Unique.
Unique. Oh, that's a nice word. Thank you.
I love the word unique. You know, unique is what we all are. We're not crazy mad. We're unique. And
Totally
I
agree.
like that.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
Even in America, I'll agree with the word unique.
excellent. That's what we like. England and UK, UK and United States marrying up with agreement. Um, Hi, Lisa. Nice to for you to join us. I'm very well. I hope you are too. And we'll get started in a minute. I'll just give you a quick background on me. I've been working with various spiritual stuff, including tarot cards, runes, on and off for years. But when I started working with angels, I ended up working more with angel and oracle cards. And that's what I do with my cards now. And I don't actually predict the future with the cards. When I do the cards, it's what you need to know for your highest good at this moment in time. Because I feel it's really important that what information we're given now is the information that will help us in the future. So that's just a little bit brief about me. And that because I'm sure Spirit want to get started. So Lisa, would you like us to do a card and a mediumship reading for yourself? We did have a couple more people, but they've now suddenly disappeared on us. Maybe we've frightened them off.
No, they'll be back if they're needed to be back.
Exactly. So, whilst we're waiting for Lisa to say whether she does, and whoever's joined us, please do say hello. And if you'd like a reading from us, then please say, yes, I would like a reading. And that'll be absolutely fine. Yep, Lisa says, yes, she'd love to. In that case, Lisa, yes, you can definitely. So, shall we do card first or mediumship first with Lisa? Me? Okay, we do a card first. Okay. Okay. So, what does Lisa need to know for her highest good at this moment in time? What does Lisa need to know for her highest good? First, Graham's phone.
No, no.
Yeah. Okay, so Lisa, we've got, it's proper English now. Career transition. Archangel Samuel, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So that's a beautiful card to actually have, Lisa. So basically, it's saying if there isn't a career change already happening, then it's going to be happening. And you need to actually keep your eyes open, be aware that that's a possibility that's going to be coming up. And the career change is going to help you with your life purpose. It could be your life purpose, your reason for being here, that you're going to actually transition into that career. Um, and if you're unsure, then just ask Archangel Shamuel to actually point you in the right direction, especially if you get two different options coming your way. Um, yeah, Archangel Shamuel will give you the push in the right direction. So I hope that makes sense. Yep. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, that makes sense. Brilliant. Graham.
Career. Can you hold the card up again, please?
Mm-hmm.
Career transition. Well, the two separate pointers is what I'm picking up, the career part and the transition. The transition is more important, I think. Thank you. Um, Lisa, would you agree about the transition of how you actually perceive your life's purpose and goals like career or family or love? You've changed a lot in the last, I've got to say, 5 weeks for some reason. It's like something happened about 5 weeks ago for you, and you decided you're going to do something. And the transition may be to do with, as Ray said, with the career, but that wasn't the baseline of why you've changed or changing. In fact, I've got to say, I'm actually picking up your parents, and they don't have to be past to be connected. Let's get that straight. It's the energy of those that love you is what you can pick up. Sometimes on this side, sometimes on the other side. But it's like you finally stood up and said, I'm Lisa White. I'm going to do this because it feels good for me. And pardon the term, heck with everybody else, but this is my time. So will you just say yes or no to the 5 month period? Could be a month either side, but did I say weeks or month? I don't know.
Weeks.
Thank you. It's 5 weeks. And 5 weeks, a week on either side. Because I never think what I'm saying. And the career aspect is because you want to evolve into doing something that your heart desires. It's not what you want, it's what you need. And now you're finding out you don't have to follow everybody else. So I admire your strength and your clarity. And even with your name, it's actually the white is clarity. And the energy you're giving off, it's like you're a new woman. And I've just got to say, thank you for coming in the room, and I hope that helps you. Good, a little more than 5 weeks, but it's difficult to get exactly. But I'm having a 5, and I know it's not months now; it is weeks. So you may have hummed and hawed a couple of weeks before you decided. But it's 5 weeks when the decision was made in your own mind, in your own heart, and that's why I admire your strength. And I leave that with love and blessing to you, girl. Thank you.
And I know we've got some other people watching. So if you'd like a card reading and a mediumship reading, please do say you'd like so in the comments, because obviously we need your permission to
Then they put
actually.
it in caps.
In caps?
Yeah, if you put
Yeah,
it in caps, it's easy to see. Yeah,
that is true. Although I'm making a note of people's names. And Lisa says, "Thank you, Graham."
anytime, Lisa.
Perfect. So, does anyone else want a reading? If not, Graham and I can just simply chat
Well,
amongst
I could pick
ourselves.
on Lisa.
You could,
I think Lisa's got a good sense of humour.
you you
Uh,
could, you could
I,
do. I
oh,
know, but the problem is once we let Graham loose, who knows actually what he's actually gonna say. Some of our conversations, you're kind of like thinking, oh my god, if anyone was listening to this, they'd be going, what? Ah,
It's
I,
all clean fun though.
it is all clean fun.
All
Um,
good.
Misha says hello and she would love a reading. Certainly, Misha, we can do a reading for you. Do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
I'll go first with Michelle.
Okay, and Lisa just says, I have, pick away.
Um, the reason why I joke around, Michelle, is to raise vibration, and I think this is pretty much important for you at the moment because you're not miserable, but you feel stuck, and there's a lot of emotion. I'm feeling a lot of emotional stuff that you're having to bite your tongue with, and also it's stressing you out because I'm also feeling a tight stomach. But pardon me, I want to burp, which means everything's been trapped inside you and you can't let it out. So that's why we burp. But you're over the worst part, but you haven't learnt to open your mouth to speak. Excuse me, this is literally the tension I'm feeling from you, Michelle, if you understand me. The other thing is that you are your okay, Spirit, put my teeth in. You are your own worst enemy because you are so hard on yourself because you know you can do better. But the journey is more important than the goal. And all you've been doing most of your life is the goal. I've got to do this, got to do that. Forget everything else. I've got to do this. Back off. Take a breather. Take that step back. And I know you don't feel I'm 100% accurate. Well, very few of us are 100%. In fact, that's the whole point. Nobody is 100%. I accept it as part of my gift, as part of my life. As Ray said at the beginning, we joke and laugh around, but it raises the energy. You've got to be able to laugh at yourself or with yourself to enable that energy to flow. And forget about the negative. It's there, yeah, but you're better than the negative. And I know when you actually sit back and look in the mirror, for example, you can smile from inside. Forget that negativity. That is what's holding you back. And I hope that helps you. Let's see what the card says, right?
Yeah, okay, so what does Misha need to know for her highest good at this moment in time? Oh,
There's the drop. We always have a drop.
well, we actually had 3 drops.
Hmm.
We actually had 3 cards come out. So we've got prioritize, Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated.
Thanks for it.
Crystal clear intentions, Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith.
Oh my goodness me, thanks for it. Oh,
Overcoming difficulties, Archangel Jeremiah, the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges.
ouch. Okay, Michelle. Do me a favour, Ray. Next time you shuffle your card, can you hold your cards up so we can see them? Because, I mean, that's just A, B, C to what I've just said before. And I just love confirming the continuity of spirit connection with people's energy. And I don't know if you can show as you're shuffling, but I'll just, no, no. But you know what I mean.
I can
But
try.
thank you for that. What do you think, Michelle?
Okay, we'll just wait for Michelle to reply for that one whilst we're waiting.
Lisa's actually, yeah.
Yeah, actually, Graham said last time about small things I collect. I'm going to she collects crystals. There you
I
go.
can't remember. I'm sorry, Lisa.
Okay, so thanks
Oh,
so much for made the readings. Our cards, the readings and cards make so much sense to me. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. And of course, you can actually watch this back and have another look at the cards. Um, when you want, because this is actually recorded. And it said, I don't actually. Okay, so Suze, yep, I'll be with you. I'll get you, Suze. So yeah, so I don't really need to read these cards because they are literally what Graham was basically
No,
saying.
spirit.
Spirit, sorry,
Yeah.
correction. Spirit was saying. So yeah, so but you can always have a look at the cards later if you want to go with it. And Lisa says you can't make up when spirits get involved. You definitely can't with that one. Marion, good evening to you. Yep, all is well. If you want a reading, just say you'd like a reading in the comments. But we do have Kauai
Oh, lovely, lovely.
who would love a read. So, do you want to go first or shall I go
You
first?
go first this one.
Okie doke. Right, so let's see if I can do this up. It's kind of like I'm going to have to.
No, it doesn't matter. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. It's the height of the camera and everything. So
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
just,
So,
yeah.
okay, so what does Kauai need to know for their highest good waiting time? Okay. So, Kauai, you have got leadership, Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So, what this is saying to me is that you've actually now got to step up to the plate. If you haven't done so already, then you are being called on to actually start being the leader that you were born to be. Start being the person who is there helping and teaching others, and actually being the person that people want to get advice from. You can give out, you've got so much information in you that needs to come out, that really you should be, if you haven't started already, you should really be looking at doing that and stepping forward and saying, okay, I can do this. I can not so much lead, but it's kind of like, as it said, it's lovingly guide others, guiding them onto what is best for them with the information that you've got or that you pick up. I hope that makes sense, Kauai.
Okay. I turned my volume off. I thought, I don't want to hear. All due respect, I don't want to hear because I want to trust spirit even more than I did a few minutes ago. I get Kwai. I hope I pronounced it right, Kwai. You need to be journaling or writing or recording your information. Can you hold the card up again for me?
I can indeed.
Okay, thank you. You've actually got a lot of knowledge about spirit as well. But you've heard the stories, or you're a psychic or you're a medium or not. But you choose not to follow the path at the moment. And I respect that in a person that says, I'm not quite ready. Well, let me ask you a simple question, Kwai. How ready do you want to be? How ready do you have to be? With all the information you have, leadership is by stepping forward, using what you know to assist others, not tell others. You've got to that point now that you don't need to tell anybody to do something. You just show them by example. That is leadership in my book, by example. You've got this knowledge that needs to be shared, to either write, record, video included, and some means to share it with other people. Get into a group. I'm not sure what it is that you want to do with this ability or what that ability is. That's your choice. I'm not going to tell you you're good at clairvoyance, clairaudient, clairsentient, or whatever. You decide. I'm finding out I've still got gifts I never knew existed because I trust what I know from spirit, and that's without thinking about it. A true medium doesn't know what they're saying. This part is Graham, not spirit. True medium doesn't know what they're saying. They say it. You have the ability within you, that knowledge within you that spirit wants to tap into and say, quiet, open your mouth, speak. This is your time. And I'll leave that with love and blessing. Thank you.
Okay, yes, and the reason we had to laugh then was because Lisa said sit on a cushion, Ray. So I got a cushion, but I don't think it's really made. For next time, I'll actually sit on a thicker cushion, so I'm up higher.
How many do you want?
Thank you. Or I just kind of like move my camera down a little bit like that.
We have fun.
And that look at me, I'm taller than you now.
I can do it.
Okay, so
people do come to me for advice, guys. Exactly, I do by example. Gosh, you're right. Yes, I'm starting to write the info down. Thank you both so much from Spirit. Thank you, Sway. Thank you. That's why I'm glad I turned the volume off. It's when you trust those abilities within, like you with your cards, Ray, you don't have to think about it. It's just there. That Spirit will supply it every single time, but you've got to listen. You've got to act. Okay, next one.
Yeah, well, Lisa says that she's a troublemaker. No, Lisa, I don't believe that for a second. Behave, Graham. Oh, now she says she can see my picture. It's actually a dress, but thank you. Oh, yeah, but let me show that. See what Graham's got around his neck? His wife Sandy made that. Isn't it brilliant? Chakra colours.
That's an elephant at the bottom.
Yeah. And you've got your bracelet on as well.
Yeah.
His wife made that as well. Okay, so, yep, Choir says, very true, trusting. Exactly. Okay, so next we are doing Susie. Hi, Susie. So do you want to go first, Graham, or do you want me to go first?
I'll take no. You do it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to say, but Spirit said no. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's see if can you see my cards now? So there you go. What does Susie? Whoa. Okay. Okay. So Susie, relationship harmony, Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So what we're saying with this, Susie, is that basically whatever situations have been going on, and I mean I know what they are, and that the angels are now saying that they are working with you towards with healing that now and actually opening the hearts of those other people involved. So have trust that that's going to be happening, and that it will be done with divine guidance and love in the most heartfelt way that the angels can actually do. And so now I'll pass you over to Graham.
I saw the card and I started fiddling with my finger. I turned the volume off. It's not. This is where truth really is important. In a way, I was talking, Susie, with Ray about my wife and circumstance. It's about this trusting yourself to make yourself happy so others can see the real you and know who you are. In relationships, when you first start, there's a few barriers. And if you're lucky, you can get rid of most of them. But not many people are as lucky. And relationship doesn't have to be marriage, doesn't have to be children, doesn't have to be a particular thing. But hold the card up again if you would.
Yeah.
It's, harmony. Yeah, that's it. I knew there's part that I wasn't doing. And this is why being yourself and happy with who you are and not caring about what people think of you. That gives you so much power that people go, He's crazy, he's nice, he's silly, he's serious, and all this. But that's the real person that they're picking up on. And the real person is what harmony is about. Because those that are meant to be with you can link in. They're not like this, they link in. Separate, but together, they make a foundation. They say it doesn't have to be marriage, doesn't have to be kids or anything like that. It's just about relationship. How do you feel for yourself, Susan? What is it that you hide from others to protect yourself? Your past is your past. You live by it. Yeah. Thanks, Susie. You see, this is the hardest block most of us have to face in ourselves. It really isolates us, but it's not a negative. I love to be isolated because nobody can bother me. Think about it. If I'm isolated, nobody can touch me. I choose me. So you've got this strength. You've isolated yourself, but for all the wrong reasons. You have found out who you are now. You're opening up to the possibility of the real you. Spirit does say, through Ray's card, and what I'm saying, you're here for a reason. You take the next step for you in your life, for others to harmonize with you. And keep on walking forward. God bless you.
Perfect. And Lisa has said, it's so true. What others think of us is none of our business, especially as their opinions are coloured by their perceptions.
Yeah.
Very, very wise words. And Nigel is here. Hi, guys. And obviously it's Nigel and Michelle Sandys. So Nigel and Michelle, if either of you would like a reading, then put your names in and say, yes, we would like a reading. And whilst that's happening, we will actually go to Marion because Marion did ask for a reading. So hi, Marion. So we'll do the reading. Do you want to go first, Graham, or shall I?
I'll go first on this one.
Okie doke.
Her name is?
Oh, her name is Marion.
Marion.
Yeah.
Another one that's bottling in things, holding things tight. But you're a troublemaker in a good sense. But I also feel that it hides the real you, the pain that you feel. The frustration is more accurate a term. Do you understand that, Marion? The frustration of the real you. Yeah. This, to me, says it's about time you opened your mouth and spoke your truth. But I can feel the pain at the same time. Marion, I'm picking up a father figure that came through. I'm not saying it's your dad, but a father figure. And he had heart issues when he passed. So it doesn't have to be, it's like an uncle, the best expression I could give. And he said, you keep on holding all this stuff in, you'll end up like he did with a heart condition. And he wasn't as lucky. Nobody warned him in time. Spirit are trying to tell you in so many different ways, which is why you came in the room today, is to let it go. 95% of that stuff isn't yours. Just forget it. You know, in the way to the previous reading of harmony, you've got to harmonize yourself, body, mind, and spirit. You've got to feel comfortable in your own skin. It doesn't matter what anybody says or does. And I'm not copying the previous reading. This is for you, Marion. You have hurt enough of your own lifestyle because you never knew anybody trusted you or supported you from within. Well, guess what? Spirit do. I do, and I know Ray does. You see, this is why we're here. We're giving you what you already know, but nobody's ever told you. You have the ability to let it all go. Now, right, pull up that card and show her.
Okay, I will do. And Carla, I know you've said hello. If you'd like a reading, Carla, then please do let us know. And whilst I'm doing that for Marion, her phone signal keeps cutting out. It's a bit playing tricks. Okay, well, let's see, Marion, what the cards say. And you can always come back and watch the replay. So, what does Marion need to know for... Oh, that's it. What does Marion need to know for her highest goods moment in time? Perfect. Clairaudience, Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So, there you go, Marion. You know, just notice the guidance that you're being given. Again, I do know you, but you do really need to start paying attention more to the information that you're being given, you're being guided for. Stop second guessing it. Just go with it. You know, when you get that loving information that feels right, go with it. Don't start second guessing it. I hope that makes sense.
That's what I love about spirit. And Marion, even though your signals keep cutting out, it's almost symbiotic to what we were saying about how you perceive. And if you're not receptive to yourself, have a good, honest look at yourself and open up yourself, the signal doesn't always get through. So your phone's trying to tell you something, spirit's trying to tell you something, and Ray's trying to tell you something. And me, I just keep on talking. Marion, and all the best. And listen to the recording afterwards and you'll hear everything that was said that you missed. Thanks, Lisa.
Yep, and Lisa says, I love that you can pronounce the angel names right. I always sound like I'm having a seizure when I try to say them. Years of practice, and the fact because they literally channel through me, it's how they pronounce it.
Yeah, they know their names.
Yeah, exactly. So we've had a couple more people that would like a reading. So we have got Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. And Cheryl said that she would love a reading. Yep. So we'll do a reading for you, Cheryl. Do you want to go first, Graham, or do you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first this one.
Okay. So, what does Cheryl need to know for her highest good at this moment in time?
Give me a fun one. It's going to be fun.
Claircognizance, Archangel Uriel. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you. They are answered prayers. Okay, so again, start listening to what information you're being given. You know, when information comes through and even if it's negative information, but it comes with a loving energy, you need to be paying attention to this. You know, thoughts, ideas that come to you, act on them straight away. Don't sort of like, yeah, I'll come back to that later. If need be, write it down or whatever. But start acting on those thoughts that come to you. You know, and even if you sort of like, you know, you kind of like ask for help or like, oh my God, angels, you know, can you give me an answer to this question? Pay attention to the first thoughts that come into your mind. Don't sort of like put them out going, oh yeah, that was whatever. Listen to it because that is the answer that you're being given. I hope that makes sense. Graham.
Cheryl, I'm picking up leg aches, neck ache, back ache. You may be trying to get fit, but you are pushing it. You're making me feel tired. I admire anybody who's got the energy. I've got the energy a different way. I used to be a runner, but I had to retire from running. And try not to give information just now, though, Cheryl, because it's like you've another person that's literally decided to take bull by the horn and say, I'm going to do something better with my life. But it's either you've got a lot of wax in your ear or you've got your headphones on and you're not listening to anybody else. Spirit's been trying to go for weeks, months, trying to get through to you. Little anecdotes come up, and that's why you're trying to get fitter and healthier, but you can't rush it. You know, you've got to feel comfortable with it. The best way as a runner is run to finish, not run to win. Because if you run to win, you're going to kill yourself physically, hypothetically. And as a runner myself, I always enjoyed the run. I knew a couple of miles down the road finished, but I'm enjoying the run while I'm doing it. The same with your ears. You've got to start listening to those little voices. I know people say, I've got voices in my head and it's a sign of being crazy. But it's not. It's spirit using your memory that's within you. And they're tapping into it and saying, hey, Arian, wake up a minute. Listen. And you go, no, I'm just imagining it. It's not. You have memory to be tapped into. And when you pass over, all you're taking over is your memories and that energy of love that you are created with, every single one of us. And that's why we're spirit having a human experience. But you've got to listen. You've got to act upon what you know is happening. So take the wax out, take the headphones off, turn the volume down, and listen to those voices that are really trying to pound on your door. And I hope that makes sense to you, because I don't know what they're telling you. Only you can answer that. I'll leave that with love and blessing to you. Thanks. But you are also slightly crazy. You are spontaneous. You are a laugh a minute. But that was part of the veneer that you put up. You're not listening. Okay, all the best. I'm done.
Okay, so we are going to do Nigel Wood and Michelle Sandys.
They're trouble.
No, they're not. They're not. Whatever. Anyway. So, Graham, would you like to go first with Nigel or Michelle, or shall I go first with Nigel or Michelle?
How's this? You do Nigel.
I'll go first with Nigel.
Yeah, and I'll do Michelle.
Okay.
That'll be, and you watch how it's going to go like this. You watch.
Okay. Okay, so what does Nigel need to know for his highest good? Okay, so moon cycles. Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. Okay, so what they're saying to me, Nigel, is you need to actually start tapping into the energy of the moon and actually use that to bring the ideas and thoughts that you're having, the actions that you're doing into fruition. And because I kind of like know what you do, it's kind of like saying, do that with that, do that with the moon cycles, because you're going to find that things are going to move a lot quicker if you go and do those things with the moon cycles, if that makes sense.
Have you done?
I've done.
Okay. Well, everybody, Nigel and Michelle happen to be a couple that we know. And Nigel's a bit of a ghost hunter, paranormal.
Paranormal investigator.
Well, he's paranormal and an investigator. But so is Michelle, but she's more of a medium, mystic. And I've only met them online a couple of weeks back. But Michelle's energy, it was on your show, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Michelle's energy is very synchronized with Nigel and myself, because I'm getting from Michelle that you label what you can do. Quit labeling. You are far more intuitive than you realize. And that's half of your problem is, what is it? Let's diagnose it. Let's dissect it. Let's go into it. No, I've just read that. You put it up.
No, she hasn't. I haven't
You
spoken
see,
to anything about the moon.
you see, the energy flux because of the moon and what it does. We're mostly made up of water, and water will always find its own level. And Michelle, you being the medium that you are, you have this energy and vibrancy that needs to be free to find itself, not you saying it's A, B, C, D, E, or whatever. And your gifts will manifest even more powerfully when you let it work itself. And I don't mean this as a criticism, even slightly, because you're too fine a people. But this is what Spirit are telling me about trusting them more and stop labeling and stop dissecting. It's going to happen every 4 weeks. It's going to do this. Human nature reflects the energy of the moon. That's why I have 4 weeks and a month. It's lunar. Now, the word lunatic is because of the moon affecting people so badly in the old days. They were labeled loonies because it's from the moon. But when you understand what's happening to you, clarity comes in and purpose comes back in, and you don't have to question it. It just comes in circles and cycles. So you're going to be a lot more powerful when you stop analysing to the nth degree. And I love you both and wish you well. And thank you, Nigel. And no, she didn't say a word to anybody, because I didn't know you were actually going to be here today.
No. And I think when we were talking earlier, Nigel says it takes one to know one.
Well, it's two of us, so that's us out.
Exactly. And Cheryl says, thank you, yes. I feel that was metaphorical.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Okay, so next we have, who have we got next? We have got...
Daniela.
No, it's not Daniela next. Next it is, I do believe. Next we've got Carla, and then we've got Daniela.
Okay.
So let's see. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first on this one, because I love the lilac coloured flower. It's synonymous. I've got my grandson's picture. It's got lilac in it. My mum's dirty dream's got lilac. Lilac is my colour, or purple, whatever. But as a flower, you have to look at the sun. You have to let the sun warm you. What do I mean by that? I have no clue. It's just that you've been hiding in the dark for too long, Carla. I just feel the tightness here is not heart stress. It's just I'm holding my breath. I want to say it. But you haven't let it out. The sun works on so many levels to keep us warm, to keep us alive. You've got to start listening to your body. I'm being told you've got to step away. You've got to make the decision to let them go. I don't know what it's about. Only you can say yes or no to that. But you have hidden in the shade for too long. This has actually, I can't even say the words. You changed to accommodate. Well, be the sun, shine down and say, no, I'm not accommodating anymore. I'm hot, I'm gorgeous, I give life, but I also can burn a few things. So back off, leave me alone. I've got gamma radiation, I've got all these things that I can, but it is metaphorical. I love that word. It's a bit posh, isn't it? But you've got to stand up. You've really got to stand up and shine. And exasperation. It's like, God, I want to say something. It's like I'm holding my neck here because I'm picking up a frustration, picking up and holding my breath and all this. Carla, and you can say what you truly feel, but step out into the sun and have your day. At night time, you can sleep through it, start again when the sun shines again. Let's see the card, please.
Okay. So, what does Carla need to know for her highest good moment in time? What's Carla need to know for her highest good time? Okay. Okay, so you got two, Carla, and you got spiritual understanding, Archangel Aziel. I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. And you also got angel therapy, Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Okay. So as they tie in quite nicely with Graham, it's, give your cares and worries to the angels. Don't let them worry you. Okay. You don't need to worry about things. Let the angels, let the universe take care of those things. You just need to be you, and you actually need to really move forward and not worry what other people are saying about your spiritual path, about where you are going. You need to be going forward. You need to be speaking your truth. You need to be bringing your gifts to the world, and you're being given that information. But as Graham said, you're not speaking it. You're not. You're allowing others to hold you back, and it's time to stop that now. As Graham said, you need to be opening those buds of that flower and shining your light in the world. So I hope that makes sense to you.
Can you hold those two cards up again for me?
I can indeed.
Ah, I thought the sun was involved in them, but it is on the spiritual understanding side more as a sun type of in the therapy. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they're both glowing.
yes,
They're both
they're
glowing cards.
shining. They are shining. You see, the night time is time of reflection and to recharge. The sun time is to shine out and give. One's absorb, one's to give. The sun's to give all the time. Time to shine. Thank you.
And Nigel and Michelle say, bless you and thank you both. And there you go. That was from Michelle.
Thanks, both of you. You crazy
Thank you.
pair.
Yes. So, Daniela, we are going to do a reading for you. So, do you want to go first, Graham, or do you want me to go first?
You first, please.
Okie doke. So, what does Daniela need to know for her highest good moment in time? What does Daniela need to know for her highest good moment in time? Okay, so Daniela, you got life review, Archangel Jeremiah. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Okay, so what this is basically saying, and it's literally in the box really, is you need to now start looking at your life. Look at where you've come from, what you've done, what you've achieved. Anything that you haven't achieved or that you felt was wrong, it's now time to resolve those, to change and to heal them, to bring your life back into balance. So you need now to actually start looking at your life, putting it into perspective, into balance, letting everything that when you look back on it that doesn't serve you anymore, you need to let that go now, and you need to concentrate on what is going to make you happy, what is going to help you move forward. So I hope that makes sense. Graham?
What's the name again?
Daniela.
Daniela. when you play this piece back, look what I was doing before the card was even drawn. It's realigning your chakras. I was stroking my necklace. It's got the chakra points, the colours, and I haven't touched it to the show. As soon as you started connecting, Ray, I was playing with it and stroking it. Because this is the problem that you've got, is because you're not aligned, you're not in sync, you're not grounded. You know you should be, but your feet are off the ground. Your mind's flying at 100 parsecs off the ground. To be grounded helps the energy flow through you, and what is needed will stick in your memory. What isn't will be passed on. You may actually be a very good medium, but because your feet have not been grounded properly, your chakras are all out of whack. You need to meditate. You need to get some good music. Just find peace. Go and hug a tree. That will help you. Or ionized water. Now, Ray, she loves trees.
Trees.
There's a lot of trees.
Hug a tree. Trees.
There's a lot of trees near Ray. Instead of being a trunk like this, the trunk goes, where she's hugging it so much. But you see,
that's my secret.
It's, even though we're joking around, this is what the chakras are about. It's realignment. You have to ground yourself. You have to be aware of all the parts, your throat, your heart, all the way down. Get yourself into that healthier attitude, because you know a lot, but you're not grounded enough to let it flow. You get little snippets here and there, one foot's down sometimes, very rarely both of them. But you are a practical person, because also you're thinking things before you say things. And that's the worst thing you can be when you're a medium. Psychic, fine. Medium, no, that's me. I'm not arguing with any other medium at all. This is the way I perceive the way the energy works. So getting yourself back in balance is a priority for you, and your gifts will explode. There'll be no limitation. Do you understand about what you put? I do sit in the background.
Oh, that was Carla. That's not Daniela. We're still Daniela.
But Daniela, this is what it's applies to her as well. Daniela, you have an amazing ability, or abilities, but because of the chakra, it's like I want to stretch, I want to do it all out, stretching my body, get everything back in place, because your posture's been not brilliant. You've been aching, you're not sleeping properly, because your mind's always working, and it's always up here, and that's no good. You've got to let it come through, not keep you up at suspense. You can't live in suspension. You can only live on this earth with both feet on the ground. You're going to be grounded by having feet on the ground. Take your shoes off, jump in a salted bath, and I'm lucky I've got one of those massage baths, but it will help cleanse the body. It will help put your energy into a true magnetic or electric field, because we are magnets. We are made up of electricity, because we've got all that water in us, got all that salt and all those minerals. And going through life, and even in the rain, it affects our fields, our energy. That's why I love to go out in the fresh rain when it's pouring down. It's coming down, not too heavy because it's got hail stones, but you know what I mean? Let that water flow over you. It centralizes that energy field that we all pick up on, but we don't know what to do with it. Well, we don't have to do anything with it. We've got to let it work its business. The spirit connect with that energy into your memories, into your bodies, and open up the memory that you need. But you've got to be balanced to give it back out. You ought to come on here as a medium. I do feel you've got a lot of strength in there. You've got a lot of power and knowledge. So I hope that helps you, young lady, because you are so vibrant, but I'm trying to put a couple of anchors on your feet just to bring you down a little bit so you can walk. I'm not going to ground you permanent, but that's your choice. But I hope that makes sense to you.
Yep, do let us know, Daniela, whether that does make sense. And you find that when you start doing your life review and you're looking at everything, that will help ground you as well, because you'll be looking at everything on a human level, which is what you need to actually bring yourself down. And Carla said, yes, I do sit in the background. I think that holds back is she never wants to hurt anyone's feelings. Your readings were perfect to who I am. Thank you. You're welcome, Carla.
Carla, it's all right not to hurt other people's feelings, but you have to give yourself that respect of yourself. Why hurt yourself at the sake of others? Okay.
Perfect. And I don't think we've got anyone else. If there's anyone else here who we haven't mentioned and would like a reading, you got a minute to ask us. So you know, so do if you want to, and if not, then Graham and I can just chat some nonsense, because we can do
Well,
that.
I'd like to. You might oh,
Thank you, Susie.
thank you. See, this is what neither of us are in control. Neither of us have Graham first, Ray first. Not about us. It's about you connecting with spirit that are working through us. We're here as mediums to give you that connection.
What's your son's name, Lisa?
Uh-huh. Oh, he's just about a teenage year.
So his name is
How old is
Langley.
he? I'm saying about a teenager. I'm picking up a teenager's energy. I have never met Lisa. Oh, I didn't know she had a son.
Do you want to go first, Graham, or shall I go first?
Oh, if you can go, because I want to confirm whether it's a teenager, period. You know.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, yeah. All right, I've got confirmation.
Okay, do you still want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll let you go first, dear.
Okay, so what does Langley need to know for his high school?
I'm turning my volume off. Nobody can hear me now. Can you hear me, Sandy?
I can hear you.
You need to bring.
Okay, we can hear Sandy as well.
You're not doing mediumship, you're doing psychic reading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Try to
Langley.
bring the mediumship in.
Okay,
No,
so
I did
Langley,
once.
you are safe.
Mm-hmm.
Archangel Michael, I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you and your loved ones and home.
That was
So
confirmation.
there you go. So Langley, you know, just to let you know, you are safe at the moment. You are protected and surrounded by angels, and they are protecting you from any lower energies. And you don't need to worry about your mum or any other family members, because they are being looked after at the moment. There is lots of love and energy around them. So don't be afraid for them, even if you're not showing it and you're keeping it hidden. This isn't the time for that. They are safe, and that you can move forward with your life, and you don't have to worry about them, because when you stop worrying about them, you can actually do a great many things. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, thanks, Lisa. I thought when I muted you couldn't hear me, but what the heck? It's just I just couldn't hear. Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, my wife pointed out nicely that I'm not doing a lot of spiritual connection, which for me is fine. Spirit come through directly or indirectly. I never know. But when Lisa said about her son, I just got this wave of energy coming up. I felt like a teenager. I thought, oh boy, no wonder Lisa's got a sense of humor, because she's going through it. But Langley, you can't be anything but yourself. You don't have to decide what you're going to be other than happy and loved. And you've got bundles of that. But like any teen, what do you are? You're just an old man. You don't know what it's about. I've been there. We all go through our teens, and some of us achieve a modicum of sensibility from it. Some people go over the top, some people don't do enough. But each of us walk our own path. And this for you, I think, is, I want to say sport, but I don't think that's where your heart is, Langley. It's not sport orientated, but you're good at it. It's using your brain more and inventiveness and keyboard stuff. And I'm not saying you're a programmer, but you're more computer literate, and that's not a blasé statement. Is you are very good at it. I've met a lot of people that understand the internet far better than us because we're older. I'm a lot older than Ray. But you have a tenacity of an understanding of programs, of dissecting it down to its component part and manipulating it. I don't know what it is you want to do, but you need to use your brain better than you have been doing, because you've been getting more going with your peers and have a bit of fun and all the rest of it. But you are 18. You're at the threshold of adventure. Up to now, you've had a safe environment that you're in. That will continue, but you've got to respect yourself and your parents, because you are stubborn. As much as your mum's fun and laughter, and so is your father, you have to acknowledge they've been through it. You might not like it, but ask them what they wanted to be when they were 18, and they'll say, "Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that," and then may not. 90% of them never reach that. They do something totally different or parallel. But that's our own journeys. I never knew what I wanted to be apart from happy and alive. I managed it. I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. All I want to do today is help you realize you're not alone and you are loved and safe. Don't worry about what anybody else says. You write down what you want, write down where you want to go. The journey is more important. And I want to say also, Spirit did ask my wife to come and remind me about spiritual connection. Lisa will be able to answer this better than you, Langley, but you did have a tenacity for talking when you were alone. That means to me that you have an inner ability that, because of life at the moment, has been pushed back, the door's been put up, but it's not locked. The door's just there at the moment. If you want to use those connections that you had as a child, before 9 years of age, you were going through a lot of health issues. It's time now to listen to those gut instincts that you were born with. And if people say you're crazy talking to yourself, join the club.
Unique.
Every one of us have abilities. 95% of the world says, sorry, I'm going to be like everybody else. The 5% of us that said, no, we have far more fun. He still talks when he's alone. Yeah. Thanks, Lisa. Because this is what spirit do. Those that have got abilities, they will talk to. They will try and connect to you. You get the heart emotion. This is his issue at the moment, Lisa Langley. Your heart doesn't know what to do. When you think about it, stop thinking. You have abilities. You know what you truly want. But yeah, you're talking to yourself, but you're not. You're connecting with those that are connecting with you. And I wish you well with your journey. You are deciding what you want to do with your future. You've got 3 options. Take it, leave it, or walk down the middle. And all the best to you. And thanks for coming. Thanks, Lisa.
And Jane, if you want a reading, you will be our last one. So do let me know in the comments if you do. And yes, Lisa said I was 100% correct with the card. And yes, Graham, he tells Lisa that he's a boomer and that he's out of touch.
What's a boomer?
A baby boomer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And
Oh.
and Lisa says, I know you won't mind telling you, he's been computer literate since he was 18 months.
Oh boy.
And she says, very true, thank you for fitting him in. And Jane says she would love reading if possible. Yes, Jane, you will be our last person today, and we will do a reading for you. Graham, I'll let you go first with Jane.
Put her name back up again, James. Put Jane's word up again. The only thing missing on there is horses and cows and sheep and pigs and goats. I feel such an affinity with animals coming from you, Jane. I know that was a vacation time and my pillow's shrinking. But this is to do with... Jane, are you sitting comfortably? Because I don't feel you are. You're fidgeting. You're always on the go. It's like, I want to be here, but I want to do something else. Does that make sense to you? Because why do you have to keep your mouth shut? I don't understand, because you have such a wonderful way of words, and it doesn't matter if they're colourful or not. You have so much vibrancy. It's like, yeah, let's dance. Let's go for it. Let's play darts, or let's go for a run, or try. It's you see. Jane, how do you do yoga with having this energy? I would love to understand that. How do you do yoga with this sort of energy? It's us. Oh, blimey. Ray, do you get that feeling from this woman?
I know.
I don't know where to begin, because there's so many things going around my head. It's like, Jane, sit down and write. Record. You have been talking to animals since you were a child. You just love nature. You can watch a spider making its web or watching the birds flying around. That is your centering. I love the boots. I think they're brilliant. They're not long enough for in England. You have to have them longer because there's a lot more water going around, for want of a better expression, on a farm. It's like you can help so many people who've lost their loved animals, companions. And I think there's so much more I want to say, but at times, not just now. But you'll understand it, and the card will encapsulate what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Jane, for popping in. It was a pleasure.
Okay, so let's go to cards. Yeah. So, what does Jane need to know for her highest good at this moment in time? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Prioritize. Archangel Metatron. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. So there you go.
Oh my God.
Kind of like confirmation of what Graham's been saying, and it is, really start focusing on your priorities now, and getting clear on them, and not doing everything that you possibly can. And Jane does say nature is her connection.
I know it's a fun picture and the cowboy hat and all that and the boots. You must be in America with a picture like that. But it's the vibrancy.
She's actually in a horse yard.
Pardon?
She's actually in a horse yard in England.
Is she?
Yep.
Oh, she needs to move over here with boots like that. They're too short, those boots were. They're like hobnail boots, they were.
I think she can say cowboy boots.
Hey, you ought to come like I did to Florida.
Yeah, it's not really cowboy country though, is it?
Excuse me, we've got more cattle here than Texas.
Have you?
Yeah, it's more renowned for dairy than you can imagine.
Beef cows, man.
Yeah, beef cows though. No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there
But
you
it's
go.
a bit of pleasure. I mean, it's really vibrant. Oh, yeah. I can just imagine Jane with her welly boots on and going through the water in the farmyard.
There you go. She loves Florida.
Oh, she's been there. That's where she got the boots from. Ah, I want to see a picture of them boots, Jane. I think they're just hilarious.
You could get arrested for saying things like that, and
What, boots?
but you want to see the boots.
I didn't even know.
Ah,
I've lost it. I've been here 20 years. I apologise if it was taken incorrectly.
no, 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 no. No, it definitely wasn't taken incorrectly. Only if certain people were listening. Anyway.
That's what we're all doing. I'm shot either way. What the hell? But yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you everyone who's actually joined us today for this. Graham and I love doing this, and we love being able to help give you guidance and some clarity on what's going on in your life. And if you want to connect more with Graham, then how do they do that, Graham?
Well, my email address is, believe it or not, the Brit with two T's 77 at hotmail.com. So that's THEBRITT77 at hotmail.com. And send us a message, and you can put Ray Show or Lunatic Show or whatever you want to put, and I'll get back to you.
And he does have a website as well.
Oh, yeah.
Throw that in.
I'm going to get all that.
Website.
Well, website is Medium Graham Williamson, all one word, .online.
And I will put that in the comments anyway. And of course, if you want to connect with me, then feel free to contact me through Radiant Angel Energy. I'm on all social media as Radiant Angel Energy, or my email is Ray, R-A-E, at Radiant Angel Energy. You can check out more of what I do. I don't just do angel oracle cards. I do future life regression, past life regression, guided meditation, angelic reiki, hypnosis. Just a few things.
Just a few.
Just a few. And before we go, Jane says that, no, you're making me laugh so much, so thank you. Don't know what she's talking about.
Well, that's why she's wearing the Wellington boots then.
Ah.
Because you know what happens when you wear Wellington boots and you laugh too much.
Well, we won't go there. That's for a later show.
No.
It's along with asking to show me the boots. Anyway, let's move on quickly from that one. So everyone, again, thank you so much for watching. Graham and I will be doing this again. So do look out for the link when we do that. Yes, it'll be in 3 weeks' time. Could be probably a Thursday next time.
It's the third week of each month, correct?
No, we're just doing it every 3 weeks.
Oh, that's fine.
So every three
We'll
weeks.
Confirm it.
Yeah, we confirm it. Wednesday, Thursday. We might alternate so that different people can watch it at different times. But it will all be posted. So please do join us again. If you watched and you kind of didn't comment this time because you wanted to see what we were doing, and you're thinking, actually, I think I quite like those, and I might actually would like a reading from them, then join us on one of our other shows. Say hello, share, comment, and say, yes, please give me a reading, and we will do a reading for you. So that's all I've got to say. So I say thank you very much for watching again, and goodbye.
Adieu, farewell, bye-bye.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.